to the hog. All right. So, it's let's see. How should we start this? I think, well, as I should probably say beforehand, it's Sonic the Hedgehog's 25th anniversary today.
Right, it's his birthday.
So, what better way to do that than let's pay tribute to the hog himself. Let's hop in on some of this.
Happy birthday, Sonk.
Happy birthday, Sonic boy. The time really flew, didn't it?
Honk.
Look at him. He looks exactly the same as I remembered him. Just hasn't changed at all.
So yeah, Sonic Generations, I didn't know, is apparently a game that people have just modded the shit out of.
Yep. Man, I remember when I was 1991, Christmas Day, open up my Genesis, getting in this, and just running through this, which is clearly Green Hill Zone.
Right, you can see the Green Hills right there.
Yeah, but I just remember playing through this, and man, that's just like, that's Christmas for me right there.
Does this game have Steam Workshop?
Kind of. They don't have Steam Workshop per se. What they have is a gigantic post on, in their forums, basically detailing every mod that's currently out. Which is where I've got pretty much everything we're using tonight.
Uh-huh. Could you turn it down a little bit, though?
Oh, yeah. Apparently I'm going to have to wait until I get to, past the stage, though. Son of a bitch.
Okay.
So they just kind of like...
Can we talk about... go ahead.
I said they just kind of throw you in Sonic, in Generations. They just kind of like throw you right into the game. You play through a couple levels before there's any kind of cutscene or anything like that. Oh my god, and there are only now 87 people playing Umbrella Corps.
I missed Umbrella Corps. Is that a multiplayer game?
Pretty much. Dear fucking god.
This isn't the same character.
There's a little bit of OC Don't Steal. I was really hoping that the skins would move over to the cutscenes, but apparently not.
Or something? Surprise!
Why at the computer room?
And to form, they got chili dogs.
It's kind of impossible to surprise you.
You totally got me this time. I had no idea.
Yeah, right.
Meanwhile, he's
Happy
like
birthday, Sonic.
digging his
Hope you
hand
like
into
this.
Amy's head like a eagle crushing a skull of an enemy.
I love it.
They fucked with the chili dogs.
Sonic, what's that?
Why would you put it
What's it doing?
Hey, not cool.
I don't know what the deal with Blaze is, but there's like some kind of theory that she doesn't actually exist.
Yeah, Okay, so now that like assault on the ears is done, I didn't realize that when you got new game, it reset all of your like sound configurations and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so Blaze was actually in the a Sonic 2 Sonic DS games, which were actually pretty good.
Where am I?
The Sonic Advance games were actually really good, while like the 3D ones on GameCube and '06 era were all pretty bad. But
It's been a year of up and down for our blue hedgehog friend.
yeah. Okay. So I'm actually gonna exit the game because I think that's the only way I can actually change the volume.
Can you do the window mode out?
I
Like,
cannot,
press the windows. Oh, wow. Okay.
but I can just do that. I can just lower the music volume and the effects volume and
Okay. Yeah.
there we go, much better. Also, I'm gonna take a quick opportunity here to because we don't want to be anime girls for the entire game.
Oh, can you hot swap on the fly?
I have to close the game, but I can swap right after.
Okay.
So I'm actually gonna switch it up now to my favorite mod for this entire game. Once it loads up. Oh, by the way, one of the mods that I have here is called Beta Loading Screen. That loading screen featuring 90 retro Sonic running is different from the one they actually included in the game. It was one that was included in the beta apparently, and it's way better. So we're playing as my favorite mod in the game called Real the Hedgehog,
Right. I think I've seen this one.
where you play as an actual hedgehog in the modern stages. But yeah, apparently in all of Sonic 06, like, no one except for Silver actually acknowledges Blaze's existence.
That's amazing.
So there's kind of like a tongue-in-cheek theory that she's like Tyler Durden for Silver.
But then they ruined it by having her in other games. So.
Well, she was in another game before going to Sonic 06.
Isn't that where she started?
Nope, she was in Rush first.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
She was one of the reasons I might have been excited for 06 had I been playing it at the time. Because the Rush games were actually pretty good.
Yeah, in 06 she's just kind of there. Like,
In 06, everyone is just kind of there.
honestly, I always knew that 06 was... I knew it was bad. I heard it was bad. But I watched the movie play through it, and goddamn, I had no idea it was that bad.
Yeah, I was one of the people who, I knew it was bad. I didn't realize how bad it was until I saw actually the Game Grumps play through it. And, like, if it's so bad that even they can't finish it, like...
Yeah, and they can finish anything, really.
Yeah. One thing I kind of like about this game is anytime you go into high speed mode, you kind of get that like weird echoey effect, which I think is awesome.
Now, as good as Generations is, it does have its kind of fair share of bugs.
Yeah, it's not perfect. The closest one to, I think, being...
It's better than nothing, though.
Oh, it's better than nothing. I still think Colors is actually the best, like, modern-day Sonic game. And even that one, in its initial release, wasn't, like, perfect either. But with that one, like, just by the nature of Wii emulation, you can make that game look so much better. Like, I think that's what Ty's doing now. He's playing like a super emulated version of it.
When I went to E3, I think, was it last year or the year before the Wii Night? I picked up this History of Sonic book, which is a fairly thick book. Goes through all like the different games and all kind of cool info and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a section here on Sonic 06.
Oh boy.
Which it's funny that they acknowledged it. Let's see. Trivia. Lacey Chabert is an American voice actor who does the voice of Meg Griffin in Family Guy. She is a huge Sonic fan and agreed to be the voice of Princess Elise.
Oh god, that was her, wasn't it?
This made her the first Hollywood actress to take part in a Sonic game.
Dead, floating without a body in a black limbo. Ugh, I'm gonna have nightmares for weeks.
Sonic.exe. I'm still the tiny little hedgehog.
Wow, they even have Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine in here.
Literally Poyo Pop.
To me, this place
Yeah.
looks like something
Look at him, just a little tiny little hedgehog. Right there.
totally strange.
No stranger than rescuing
Why didn't they
genius
make
magic
Rio the
books or
Fox?
saving aliens in an interstellar amusement park. I'm more concerned about finding our friends.
Hey, Sonic.
It's funny to hear that kind of semi-masculine voice coming from that little hedgehog.
That might be a good
He's so
place to
tiny, he's not
begin.
even in frames.
I'll be
Like,
back soon.
Oh, there he is. Look at him.
Wow, you weren't kidding when you said
That's a nice little hedgehog model.
I love it. The only problem is, if I do that, I can't change anything with, classic Sonic.
Let's see. There's one thing in here I want to find. History. Yeah, originally Sonic had a human girlfriend and he was in a band.
Yep, in that band was also, Vex the Crocodile. Like, half the members of Knuckles Chaotix were in that. And they, like, modeled him after Bill Clinton.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they modeled Sonic after, like, they want him to have the attitude of Bill Clinton.
So, wanted to sleep around all the time.
I mean, fan artists made it happen.
Well, no. No, you can't. No.
I
Fan
can.
art has made pretty much anything happen. Lots of things that shouldn't happen.
Oh, everything that shouldn't happen happened, but it happened.
Yeah, but can we pretend that it didn't happen?
Oh, we can definitely pretend it didn't happen. Really, just Sonic 06's description was just now loading in a video showing him running through the years. Oh boy. Yeah, and that's a fair comparison, Robot, that we shouldn't be comparing Generations Colors, because really Generations is not only a anthology and a completely different thing, but it was also a little rushed because they had to fit the, like, that would have been for the 20th anniversary. That means this game is 5 years old now.
Ah, here we go. In the history section, a more realistic story. For this title, Sonic Team had created a more realistic story than what they had in previous episodes. Like Raymond was looking for the plan. Detrimental delays. Unfortunately, Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 got the worst reception of any game in the long-running franchise. Many fans were anxiously awaiting this game, but in the end, the long and frequent load times got the better of it. Yeah, it was just the load times, right? It wasn't like the broken cutscenes or bosses or like falling through the fucking floor or any of the other shit. It was the long load times.
But it was better.
It wasn't the story that didn't go anywhere. It wasn't all this. Oh god damn.
But it was better than nothing. Is what I think they're trying to say here.
Let's see. The team, which was under pressure, could not finish the game in time for the Hedgehog's 15-year anniversary, yet Sega released it anyway, not wanting to miss its mascot's milestone. Keep in mind, this is from an official book released by Sega. Like,
we done
they
goofed.
admit it.
We done goofed the Sonic 2006 story.
They got terrible reviews from both the press and players. Many planned elements had to be dropped, such as an online mode and a real-time day-night cycle.
Why?
Like, could you imagine Sonic 06 online? That's... no.
There'd be less people playing it than...
only you should be suffering. Don't make your friends suffer, too.
I mean, there'd be less people playing with, I love this part. There'd be less people playing it than Umbrella Chorus, which is what we were talking about a little while ago.
Yeah, we kind of got sidetracked. Is that a multiplayer game?
It is pretty much a multiplayer game, but they do have a single-player version as well, which is primarily just a kill as many zombies as you can.
Is it like Killing Floor?
Kinda. But I guess they forgot to like. Ooh, I gotta get an air bubble. One thing they kind of forgot to do with that was they made it so that if you hit people with the melee weapon, there has to be a cooldown period before you can use that melee weapon again to avoid over spamming it. They forgot to give the same thing to just pistol whipping a motherfucker though. And if you crouch, a zombie can't grab you. So if you're crouching and beaning zombies in the dick with your pistol, you can like wipe out wave after wave of zombie in fucking no time. So
Just
that's pretty much
they can't attack you.
Yeah. And as for the multiplayer aspect itself, let me put this into perspective. Last night, about 750 people were playing Resident Evil 6, a game that's been out for a while now and is not good.
Right.
I
wonder though, are people doing that in hopes that they'll find something like the secret for Resident Evil 7?
Probably they wouldn't. If they were, they wouldn't be doing it on Steam. They'd be doing it on PS4.
The secret that Capcom insists is there.
I spent so much time in that demo, and I'm gonna spend more time after this fucking editing the hours of footage I have because I gotta get something out of that video. God damn it. But, so, 750 people playing Resident Evil 6. There were 184 people playing Umbrella Corps on launch day. And right now there are 92 people playing it. Needless to say, it's not getting that well received. I think it's great. I had a lot of fun with it because I paid $20 for it, and it's kind of goofy fun. But you can wait 10-15 minutes for a match, which means that you don't want to, I literally streamed it for about an hour and a half and got maybe 4 matches in. Which
yeah, that's terrible.
Is not a good
That's worse
sign
than
for your
Dead by
game.
Daylight. No.
I mean, a lot of people, Capcom isn't talking about it at all. I think that, it was such good press for 7 that they're like, what other game? What other game are you talking about? We didn't release any other game. If you can, find a lobby, because the only way you're going to be able to play with people is you gotta play with, people from different countries. And that means that their latency probably isn't that good, which means that they're probably going to drop out after a match, even out of no choice.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's the kind of thing where if you can find a good lobby and just stay in it for a while, you'll be fine. But there's not enough people to even get that. I've seen people on, Reddit who are the only way we're gonna play this game is we gotta, make groups of people just specifically to play it. Because otherwise, if we don't have, our groups already made, no one's gonna fucking play this game.
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of sad. I really like online multiplayer games. I love Overwatch. I really like TF2. But you got to remember that for every game that's successful like that, and you get matches, there's probably quite a few where just nobody's playing them. And no matter how good your game is, if nobody's playing it, then you don't have a game.
Yeah. Battleborn was... when they had all
I
those
feel
people.
sorry for Battleborn.
I do
I
too.
really do. Like, you can tell they put, like, a good amount of effort into it, and it's probably a decent game, but nobody's playing it.
Yeah.
Like, it's really sad when they've got this launch, and then, like, a few weeks later, they're in the bargain bin in, like, German stores.
Yeah, but they were also next to $9 PlayStation 4 controllers, which I don't know.
And then you've got really shit multiplayer games like the Doom multiplayer, which I know you like it, but I hate it.
It's
And
a fair.
You're never gonna have a hard time finding people to play that.
Yeah, really. Holy shit. I don't know. I hope that. I think that that's a game that's probably like. I'm glad I only paid $20 for it, but I get the feeling it's going to become 15 by the time the Steam sale's over. Like.
Yeah, that's right. Steam sale time right now. I just
Yep.
bought a couple copies of Drawful too.
Oh, I gotta get that.
Yeah, we got got to get that going. Because one of the big problems with Drawful was once you exhausted the content, you knew what all the prompts were, it got boring. Now you can make your own custom prompts.
Yeah.
So, infinite replayability, theoretically.
And yeah, Runt, it is the, it's pretty much the Unity sequel to Operation Raccoon City, but, I mean, I even played, I played Raccoon City 2, and Raccoon City was boring really quickly with, Umbrella Corps. I was able to make, like, a really goofy-looking character as my avatar. Like, you can put, like, you can make your thing, like, Shovel Knight Blue and put 5 layers of decals on, and you can make the decals as big as you want. So I literally covered my entire face with the yellow Special Ops patch, and then just fucking threw, like, other patches as my eyes, and yeah. I had fun with it, goofy as it was. I had no fun with Operation Raccoon City. They even took my favorite character from Resident Evil 2 and fucked him up by put him in it. Fucking love Mr. X. I love Mr. X, and he looks so like, I'm like, no, get out of here and get in a better like a Resident Evil 2, a proper Resident Evil 2 remake, but even that I'm a little apprehensive about. I know how good the GameCube version was. I know this, but I've also played Darkside Chronicles, and man, the Resident Evil 2 section of that was fucked up. Also, this has been loading for a while. I think I'm gonna...
A little worrying.
Well, sounds like it's time to pop back on the Rio the Hedgehog. Now, the other 2 mods that I have, I think I just got to get to a certain part in the game, and they'll unlock. They're more stage mods. Alright, let's see if that fixed it.
Green Hill Zone was modified and restarted over and over again and finally completed after almost 8 months of work.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'm just kind of thumbing through this here. And like, everybody remembers Green Hill Zone.
Yep. Yeah, Generations was, like, at the time, people had, like, absolutely no faith in Sonic whatsoever, and I feel like this game kind of made us, even though Colors was out at the time and Colors was great, people were just so not hopeful.
Colors has, like, a mixed, like, some people really like it, some people don't like it.
It's fun.
Pretty much everybody agrees that Generations was a pretty good return to form.
Yeah, it's definitely a proper return to form.
Mm-hmm.
Colors was, you know, Sterling said it best. The biggest problem with Sonic Team is that they haven't ever really allowed themselves proper time to perfect an idea. Like, Sonic 2 perfected a lot of the problems that they had in Sonic 1. Sonic 3 perfected a lot of problems that they had in Sonic 2. And from that moment on, like, I thought Sonic...
It was just, let's try something new for the sake of trying something new.
I think the reason why Sonic Adventure 1 is still my favorite is because it's such a... Like, it's obvious that they have a lot of ideas and stuff that they want to try out. And by making Adventure kind of an ensemble game, they were able to, like, hey, let's do a fucking fishing storyline. Or let's do a shooter storyline. Instead of, hey, let's make an entire game based on shooting. Or an entire game based on, like... Because it seems to be like the formula for now is, like, let's have a couple of Sonic stages, and then let's do our werewolf part.
Sonic made his first appearance in a technical demo presented at the Tokyo Toy Show in June 1990.
Wow. Jesus.
It was an adventure and spent his free time playing in a rock band. He said he was from Christmas Island, a world completely different from ours.
You look younger every day. What's your secret?
I don't age.
They won't let me...
Help me.
They won't let me die. So, yeah, an interesting thing that we can kind of do here is if we just run to the left, we can buy shit.
Yeah, I like that. I like any game where you can unlock stuff, even if it's just like concept art and statues and stuff. Do you know about the secret codes to get, like, the statues?
I do not, actually.
There's, oh, let me look this up. There's, like, some kind of... let me look this up. It's really neat. Let's see, statue room. Let's see. Access the secret statue room by holding the back button anywhere in the collection room until Sonic jumps down through a black hole.
Well, we're
Input the following codes to Are you in the unlock room?
Just jumped in it. Actually, never knew about this.
Yeah. Input the following codes to unlock different character statues. There's 55 of these things.
Holy shit.
What do
really?
you want? What do you want to unlock?
I guess Robotnik.
Okay. Do you want classic Dr. Robotnik?
Oh, classic.
Yeah. That's 103729.
There he is. That's my boy.
I'm just gonna send you the list, and you can look at it, see if maybe there's something you want to see. Yeah, I just sent you a link. This was a really cool thing. I like doing this.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, I've never actually gotten there. Like, I've beaten this game twice. I'm kind of surprised I never knew about that.
This is, like, it's something that you have to look up. I don't think the game ever tells you this.
Probably.
You can unlock the Flickies, Iblis enemies, Knuckles the Echidna,
Fucking Iblis.
Rouge the Bat, Shadow the Hedgehog. Pretty much every 3D model you can unlock here. There's like a model for the ring.
Wow.
SBO the Chameleon. I don't think he's even in this game, is he?
No, he's not. I think they have the bee and the bee and the alligator. I think are the only two members of Chaotix that are in this. This stage, like, one of my favorites in 3 and Knuckles, but the music in the modern version of a lot of the stages are so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially if you're a fan of Sonic music, which I'm a fan
Well,
of.
it took the bass themes and just kind of remixed them.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, the ones for the 2D classic stages, which is what I'm doing now, is very much in line with just, you know, the normal music, but the remixes are something, like, amazing. They're really good.
Mm-hmm. Like, aren't the classic Sonic stages basically exactly the old music?
It's extremely close. Just basically same songs played with different instruments. Is like the best way I can put it.
Like, the only problem that I have with the classic stages is, like, you can tell sometimes the engine is, like, trying to fake 2D.
Yeah.
Like, Sonic is on, like, a 2D axis, but there are some situations where it's like, you wanted to try a spin dash, and he wasn't quite turned around all the way, so you wind up spinning, like, to the foreground or background and not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's in like that weird 2.5D heaven.
Yeah, it's like, it's a 3D engine trying to fake being the 2D engine.
Can't be something you're not, bro. You gotta be who you wanna be.
Yeah.
Pep talk.
Sits around in a backwards chair.
We gotta rock talk. And yeah, this is a good old Sky Sanctuary zone. Which for some reason has the marble disc from not Marble Hill Zone, the Greek zone from Sonic 3. Marble Hill?
It may have been Marble Hill.
I know that usually the quote-unquote hill is the first stage in a game. But that actually might have been Marble Hill. I forget. I always just knew it as that place I always get Supersonic at.
Like, Sonic 3, I didn't realize this at first, but they have a kind of really interesting way to do maps in that game. Like, one of the exploits that speedrunners use is the fact that the maps aren't limited. Like, they wrap.
Yeah.
So you can go sort of outside the boundaries of, like, say you'll go all the way to the right side, and you'll come out at the left side, where it's like you can't fall out of the map or get out of the map. It just kind of repeats.
I know they use that to, like, basically skip that entire zone, like.
Yeah, it's like they do this weird thing that puts them. Oh, jeez.
It's like, especially if you're
It's
playing as...
like the camera's always trying to follow them, but if you put yourself in a place where the camera can't get to you, then the game kind of freaks out.
It's like, yeah, it's a zip, like they do in Mega Man. Pretty much, it's like if you can, Oh, by the way, check out that time! Boom! Party time! I got that Blazing Meteor achievement.
Nice Chivo.
After beating the stage in 420.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
You know, I never really played the Chaotix game, and I know it's like...
I don't think anybody really has. Like, that was the 3-2X, right?
Yeah, like I didn't own a CD, even though I did end up playing Sonic CD later on, and surprise, surprise, it ended up becoming like my favorite game in the series.
I actually had a 3-2X, which I never got to play it because when I got it home, it was broken. So I just took it back.
I'm not surprised.
Apparently, that was a problem that a lot of people had.
No, that's pretty damn right. A lot of them just stopped working. a lot of the ones that
Well,
could...
mine out of the box didn't work.
Yeah, it and the Jaguar CD thing are like two things that like they sold them and they never worked.
Like I saw that one AVGN video where they tried to get a Jaguar working, and they did so much shit to it to try to get it to work. You know, even as far as like taking, like, wasn't it something like it was something that plugged into the top of a regular Jaguar? Like
Yeah,
the 32X did?
they bypassed the like the connection ports completely, just so that like it cannot be any problem with like, you know, the connectors being old or outdated.
Right, it was like a connection issue.
It was
What it was returning.
Well, it wasn't, because they completely bypassed any sort of connection it could have.
Like they hardwired it.
Yeah, so it was a problem with the system. Like the system didn't work and never would work, and they tried it with two of them. So these things just plain don't fucking work.
Here's a quote from Yuji Naka. I nurtured him for the first 15 years, so he still feels like a child to me, and I'm happy to see him growing the way he is.
He said that right after Sonic Boom came out, didn't he?
How does it feel that Sonic is now 20 years old? 20 years have gone by very quickly. I'm looking forward to see him grow more in the future.
How does it feel? I am so drunk. Help me.
Is there anything further that you would like to say to the fans? He's 20 years old now, but Sonic will grow much more in the future, and he will need your help to be successful. Please keep giving him your support.
Don't give up on my boy. Don't give up on my special
He needs a
little
lot
guy.
of your support right now. He needs a ton of your support.
Don't be mean to my special little boy. He's a big man and we love him so much.
He's my little Pinocchio.
And he's about to get fucked up by these guys.
Why is Sonic blue? Because blue is Sega's official color, and also because blue symbolizes peace and coolness. It's also the color of the Earth, and I hope that our planet will continue to have this beautiful blue forever.
That's beautiful, and also sounds like complete bullshit.
It's not something that can really be applied here, Yuji.
Like, that's the most Hallmark inspirational bullshit I've ever heard in my life. The world's cool. By the way, freestyle, Hedgehog hang time, no hands.
Oh my god, he's using telekinesis.
He's a witch. He's
He
silver.
picked the wrong hedgehog.
He's really silver.
I'm not Sonic.
Looks like it could give way at any moment. Stay on the sections that look stable.
Nothing stable here. Oh, so this is... Oh, shit. So this part's supposed to be, like, Sonic 06's creation. Nothing's stable, everything's
Is that
dying.
like where it puts you in a automatic thing and then failed?
Yeah.
At any moment. Stay on the sections that look stable.
Oh, shit. Yeah, like, Sonic CD is really good. Chaotix, like, I've tried playing it on an emulator and just, like, I could never get the hang of it, but it's one of those things I want to try and figure out. Because I kind of thought the same thing about CD when that came out.
Chaotix. Like, Chaotix, it just seems like a weird idea on the face of it. Like, that was the one where you were connected by a ring, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that just kind of slow things down?
Not that I needed it, but it's good to have my sanctuary back.
Here's something nice. Since he knew that Sonic the Hedgehog 3 would be his last Genesis game, Yuji Naka asked the team to give it their all. A special compression technique was even developed to add more detail to the game. Was originally planned to be a 3D title, but the idea was dropped due to the amount of work and programming that the new engine would require. Yeah, I consider Sonic 3 to be like the last hurrah. Like, for me, that's the best Sonic game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Casino Nights.
Oh, we going to Casino Night Zone?
Yep, it's just pinball.
I don't care. I played the shit out of this. I know some people were disappointed with this, but I was like, whatever, dude. I'm good.
Listen, if
I
that
do
didn't...
agree that this was kind of bullshit to have this like a pre-order bonus from like GameStop or some shit.
Well, I mean, apparently they made a proper Casino Night stage for the 3DS, which I'm kind of interested in seeing.
Like, it's really easy to max your score out in this pinball mode.
Well, you know what? If fucking Billy MC can get 45 minutes of pinball, we can get 5.
Yeah, but they could probably get infinite amount of pinball if it's him and Lime.
Oh, yeah, true.
What do you think of Family Matters? Oh, I like it. It was a fun show.
They were like the walking encyclopedias of Family Matters. I didn't... If you put a gun to my head and asked me to tell you 5 things about Family Matters, I'd be dead by, like... Urkel was in it, right?
Yeah. No, it's, we're not dunking on him or anything. I honestly think the world's better with people like them in it.
Yeah, I honestly miss the hell out of Tasty Tuesdays, and... I think my absolute favorite moment, and I have this moment saved on my... I have it saved on my tablet. It was for one of the first Tasty Tuesdays. Lime Popsicle commented and left the longest comment in the world. And it's like exactly what you'd expect it to be. It was like, oh boy, Billy, these sure look great. I bet those tasty treats taste even better than they look. It's like when the people in Family Matters said it best. I'm like, oh my... I'm like, is anyone besides me looking at this? Is this fucking real? Am I living...
Honestly, like, of the two, like, I don't know, this is just me, it might not be true or not, but I think Billy is the one that's a little bit more genuine, and Lime is the one that'll, like, he's not fake or anything, but he'll kind of play it up a little bit.
It's hard to tell sometimes, man.
Yeah, no, I honestly think Billy is 100% genuine. I don't think Lime is
without
like, trying to...
Without a doubt.
Right. I don't
Billy...
think Lime is trying to pull anything, but I think he might ham it up a little bit.
I don't think Billy MC could be ingenuine if, like, they took his family hostage and was like... If someone, like, put a gun to his head and say one bad thing about the world or else, like, we shoot your family. That's it. The MCs are dead.
Well, he would just come back. Well, you're trying to kill my family. That's pretty bad. I wish that didn't happen. That's a bad thing. No, I've got this joke where it's like, Billy MC is a superhero, and his power is that you can't not like him.
That, you know what? Yeah, that's pretty damn accurate.
Like, if you don't like the guy, there's something wrong with you.
You have to be a hateful motherfucker.
Like, if you're the kind of person that's, oh, this guy's, look at this nerd, look at this loser. It's like, I think you might be Satan.
Even Satan's like, hey, listen, you know, Prince of Darkness and everything.
Yeah, even Satan would be like, yeah.
Listen, guys, Prince
like,
of Darkness and everything.
If he did something bad or something, and Billy went to hell or something, Satan would just be like, you know what, here's the elevator. Go on.
Yeah, listen, I know, Prince of Darkness and everything, but did you see them play Paperboy? My god.
Motherfucker loves him some sitcoms.
It's okay, Billy. I like Growing Pains, too.
He gets to heaven and he just wants to see all his favorite sitcom characters that died.
Jaleel White here. Is Jaleel White still not dead?
No, he's not. Who was Uncle Phil?
Oh, gosh. I love
Fuck it,
fresh.
we'll just say Uncle Phil. It's like,
Yeah.
Is Uncle Phil here? Can he do the Shredder voice for me?
And it's funny we bring that up, and yet Urkel is Jaleel White, Sonic. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that free association.
Mm-hmm. It's like Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Like, what's your Sonic rating? What's your Sonic number?
All right. Let's give this another. I have to. I think I'm gonna try getting rid of the beta loading screen, cause that seemed to be causing whatever the fuck that was. And now you can see the not as good loading screen.
So, apparently Slovy's got a couple of game gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I bought one copy of Drawful 2 for me and one for him. And then somebody else bought him Mighty Number 9.
Oh god.
Like, I get that irony gifts are like a thing. Like, the gag gifts for friends. But it's like, don't buy shitty games from shit people.
I mean,
Like,
it's
a joke.
it's better that than like people buying a copy of Honey Pot. Like,
Yeah, don't
ironically.
buy... Like, honest, it's your money. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But
No, I'm going to
don't
tell you what
buy.
to do. Don't buy Honey Pop. I have no problem telling you what to do with your money. Give your money to me.
Like, I guess it's okay if the game is just shit. But other than that, nothing is wrong. But if like the guy that made it is a piece of shit, like maybe don't buy it just as a gag.
Like I tell people
know.
who get that
It's just me.
Yandere simulator game that the person who got that game made that game is a genuine piece of shit person.
Like, I know, separation of art and artist. I've got a copy of Armored Frog sitting on my computer somewhere. I haven't even played it yet, but of course, that was kind of before I noticed that Naples was the way he is.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I backed 2 of his Kickstarters before realizing what he was like. So.
Right.
And they're good art books. Just eesh.
Yeah, I've got a copy of those. It's just kind of a shame. Like him, John Kay, which, don't get me wrong, I will always respect what he did for Ren and Stimpy, but he is just a bitter person.
Yeah, he is.
I got this.
My god, look at that fire.
Sonic.
I didn't really like these coin ticking stages.
No one likes having to make fucking Knuckles dig for anything.
Sonic.
It's like, hey, you remember the literally the worst part about any of the adventure games? Well, why don't you have a fucking fun time with that, you bastard?
I can't.
The concept of fun terrifies me.
Got this.
Like, what are these even? Like Chuck E. Cheese tokens?
Here goes.
With Knuckles' face on them. Doesn't mean he
Right.
has to be the one who planted them. Knuckles, buddy,
Well-
do you not know where your own shit is?
Maybe, or like, maybe somebody, like a big fan of Knuckles, made these and buried them as part of an ARG. I don't know.
People have way too much fucking time on their hands.
This looks like a modded stage. Is this a modded stage, or is this
Nope.
original?
This is original.
Sonic.
If we get to a modded stage, trust me, we will know if it's a modded stage or not.
Sonic.
thought this would be one of the quicker ones. God damn. Oh, literally one goddamn one away.
Sonic!
Little anime girl masquerading as my friend.
I got this!
Boy, still we've got a lot of gifts tonight.
Here goes!
I guess Steam sale. That makes sense.
It's Steam sale.
Yeah. He got like every Alone in the Dark game ever made.
Oh.
Mighty Number 9, Awful 2.
There we go. Fuck me, that took forever. Give me the goddamn key. Alright, that seems easy and fast. Use ring time.
Oh, right, you need 3 keys, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, can we do the Sonic, the Metal Sonic race yet?
That's next. The only thing I bought recently that I gifted to anyone was I got PA a copy of the bartending game.
That, I want to take a look at that one.
I picked up a copy myself too. It looks awesome.
Which, when we were at E3 last time, that was there, and it was just called Waifu Bartending. A lot of good memories from PAX that year.
Looks like it's... I mean, at least it's saved. Yeah, no, PAX that year was great. So how's your Fiesta run going?
I think it's going fine. I managed to beat Galura or Garula.
I saw that you got a counterattack on his counterattack.
Yeah, like what's the recommended level for Galura?
At least 10, I think, is about how much I...
Yeah, I beat it at level 9.
Nice. Especially for monk, that's hard just because
just-
you have no healing whatsoever.
Well, I figured out that he counters your physical stuff, but he can't counter counters. So, for the most part, I put everybody in the back row, and then just defended. And then his attacks don't hurt so much, but you still get your counters. And the good thing about Monk is that their critical damage is, like, it's pretty sizable.
It essentially negates defense, which a character like Galore is
And then,
all defense.
And then I beat that, who's the person that poisons Lena?
Oh,
The archer?
Forza and, Magisa.
Yeah, Megisa. Like, I two-shot her just because I got lucky crits and she didn't even have a chance to call anybody.
Oh, she didn't even get her husband in the mix.
No. I didn't even know she did that.
I mean, I
Like, she
didn't
went
have
down
her...
in 3 hits because I got lucky crits. What are you
First-
talking about, NJ Chef? This is clearly Sonic. Don't you remember?
Yeah, don't you remember when you played as, the Vocaloid in Sonic? No?
I mean, Sonic
Only
has
me?
always been an anime girl, right?
Yeah.
But
My first...
Might Run's going fine, yeah. But go ahead.
What's it? Yeah, my first run last year was White Mage, Black Mage, and White Mage, Time Mage, and Beastmaster before I stopped.
Beastmaster seems like a fun class.
It's tough.
Yeah, like the monster that you catch, do you keep it, or is it one shot?
For one attack.
That kind of sucks.
So like you can get a really powerful attack if you like try and capture the Desert Chimera, but it's such a hard fight that you're gonna like.
Don't fall behind if you want to keep going off the road.
It's almost not worth it, but it's worth it.
Metal Sonic is vulnerable after he attacks. Use spin jump to counterattack.
Like apparently there's one monster you can catch that just like maximum damage.
Yep, Desert Chimera.
Stay back and don't touch him when his electric field is up.
And some rings would be nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Probably the hardest Sonic games I ever played were the ones on a Game Gear.
Those Sonic 2 for
Because-
Game Gear is literally fucking impossible.
It's really hard. For those who don't know, one of the reasons it's so hard is because you'll go through, I think it's 2 normal stages like a regular Sonic game, and then you'll have the boss stage, but you get no rings every single time. So you have to do the boss perfectly.
Yep, well that was for the original one for the Game Gear 2 had that. But Sonic 2 for Genesis was just like, Game Gear was completely...
To throw at you. Watch the shadows to avoid them.
That one was hard because it was just like, completely different from the Genesis game at all. Like, at least the Genesis of 1 and Game Gear of 1 were similar enough.
I think it's because the Game Gear ones were like ports of the original Master System.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Now's your chance.
And Master System games are really tough, actually.
Yeah. Master System was really kind of an odd system.
I definitely didn't have the competing power for Nintendo.
No. I think that thing took like, it was at least 6 AA's. And it drained them really fast.
Oh, I was talking about the Master System,
Oh, right.
not the Game Gear.
But yeah, Master System was kind of weird. They had like the Wonder Boy series.
Yep,
I think it was.
Well, here's the thing. Sega's always been more arcadey. That's been Sega's strength for,
Item box to wrap Sonic up.
like, all of their games are...
Again while jumping.
Genesis games are harder but shorter. NES games are longer but easier. Like, it took me so long to beat a Genesis game. But I could beat it in, like, 15-20 minutes if I knew what I was doing. And that's just because Sega does arcade games so well. Even Sonic 2, you can beat Sonic 2 in an hour if you know what you're doing. But it's gonna be a real
Even if you go
hard
for
hour.
like maybe another hour if you want all the Chaos Emeralds.
Oh yeah. Okay,
I really like that was a thing. Like, not a lot of games were doing that back then, where you could beat the game but not get like a true ending.
Yeah, except for Sonic 1, where even if you got all the Chaos Emeralds, they didn't do diddly dick.
No, they didn't, did they?
Nope.
Like, did you even get a different ending?
Yeah, but it wasn't even like a satisfying ending. It's just like Sonic giving it a thumbs up. Thanks, I got vertigo trying to get all these things, fuck you.
I will say the one thing about Sonic 3 is I didn't care much for the special stages.
I don't know if I could say I cared for them or not, I was just good at them. Oh, you mean like the blue sphere ones, right?
Yeah, the red and blue spheres.
Yeah, I wrecked ass at those games. Like I would get Supersonic in that game like in no time. God damn it. I could get Supersonic before Marble City Zone. Marble Ruin Zone.
Yeah, that's it. Marble Ruins.
God damn it.
Yeah, this section's kind of kicking your ass, isn't it?
Oh, it's a pain in the ass. The final jump. There we go. Come to me, goddammit. Alright. Let me get that last goddamn key. Oh, doppelganger race. This one's always fun. 'Cause your doppelganger is either real fast or stupid as hell. That, and we did technically skip the stage by doing the Mario race.
The Mario race.
The Mario stage instead.
Oh, right. Yeah, we haven't seen this one yet.
Oh, and in case you were wondering, if you went into that Mario stage with Modern Sonic, they didn't, yeah, they didn't change anything. It's still the exact same, you know, Mario zone, only now you can dash. I do like that they actually gave a different Miku icon for your doppelganger.
Oh, they did.
That's a step I did not expect mods to take, but it's a cool one. Like, I'll be honest, I know people go fucking ape shit for Vocaloids. I don't really care myself, but
I don't particularly care. I mean, I actually, being more honest, I don't really care at all. But
I like some of the music. I can get down with that sickness, but
I like some of the animations that people make. Oh, I like Mikudayo, the big-headed. Yeah,
I think that's her. You know, I think that's what this one is. The classic.
No,
Sonic.
this is different. Like Mikudayo is like, her head is just really big, and she's got this vacant stare.
All right, boss time. Ah, damn it! I don't get her for the cutscenes.
Too bad.
Eating all them chili dogs.
Take a good look at yourself, Sonic.
Dr. Eggman?
It's the last look you'll get before I close your eyes forever.
In Kingdom Hearts, ha ha ha.
Another Sonic? What? Wait a second!
Bump up it up it up bop. Above the death egg. Remember when they could just fucking steal right from Star Wars and no one gave a shit? Or steal from Dragon Ball and no one gave a shit?
No, this is the Death Egg. It has nothing to do with that other thing that we didn't see.
Catch me if you can!
I gotta admit though, this fight is like my favorite moment in any Sonic game though.
Yeah, like everybody remembers this.
I did a real long text post a while back about my top 4 favorite boss fights in any game. And this one was, I think, number 3 for me. Just because, like, Sonic 2 is such a long game.
It kind of is, yeah.
And you get to this part here, and you have no health.
Right, and this is after you defeat this Metal Sonic boss.
Yeah, you have to fight Metal Sonic and Robotnik all in one go with no rings.
I lost so many lives. And if you die, don't... Like, you can game over at that part,
Back
right?
to the beginning.
Yeah. Like, it was so satisfying to beat that, because you had to do it perfectly.
Yep. I'm already ahead of you.
Why don't you turn that thing off?
Because it's annoying.
Oh, okay.
Play the game better, Sonic.
Do what you're supposed to do, Sonic.
Kill the elf before the first blood moon, Sonic. I think I'm stuck.
Surrender your humanity and face the bloodshed, Sonic.
Fear is the mind killer, Sonic.
The tiny death that brings oblivion, Sonic. Are you stuck?
I was. God damn it. Alright, so this part is kind of annoying. What you have to do is you have to hit the switch to make the bomb go. And then you have to make him aim at the right spot. But if you're slow on either one of those two, the switch or the bomb take forever to come back. Alright, I know it said run up the arm, but I heard murder the arm. There we go. But yeah, it was like, it's the perfect kind of final boss. It's an imposing song, just super hard boss, so hard to like determine. It's not insanely difficult, but it's really hard to determine the hitbox if you're trying to play it cautiously.
Like, everybody wants to attack it from the front at first, but he's got those spikes up front to where you can't.
Yeah.
But if you're really good, you can actually attack him from the front. But it's really risky. And
it's not like, you know, 1 hit, 3 hits, he's done. He takes like 7 before he goes.
No! No!
Quite a bit.
Sonic, save me!
And he gets eaten by the Final Fantasy summon.
I can't believe there's 2 of me.
And yeah, that is actually, by the way, a actual costume from one of the Project Diva dancing games.
Places and enemies from our past.
I know people who have made it.
Traveling through time and space.
And yes, they have gotten weird comments from people.
I think it's got
From
something to do
who?
with that big
I know girls who have cosplayed Miku dressed as Sonic. And yes, they have gotten weirdos, like, coming up to them and like, oh, you like Sonic? Let me tell you about my OC.
Right. His name is Blake the Hedgehog.
Where'd it go?
I think there's like no difference between either of the old and young Tails. They're like exactly the same voice, same build, same everything. One's a little taller. Original the character, do not steal.
Mm-hmm. Did you see, apparently they're making like a new Sonic comic book that has like the old art style from back when the games first came out.
Really? Like
Yeah.
A fat
Like it
Sonic
uses
comic?
the... Yeah, it uses like the really old kind of pop art style.
Oh man,
That's
I would
neat.
love the shit out of that.
Let me see if I can find the picture.
Okay, so I know there's a... I think there's a hidden Chaos Emerald somewhere around here. I know there's one that's like just hidden somewhere on a fucking map.
There we go.
No, I don't need a light dash tutorial. I did love the stage and adventure though. Speed Highway rules.
Yeah, it looks just like the old Mega Drive style. Wow.
Press the Y button for a light speed dash, letting you move swiftly along a row of ramps.
Oh, it's time to pop them balloons. And now it's time to pop them balloons. I'm still kind of surprised that not only like that the Archie Sonic comics are still going on, but how like devoted people are to those. Like I stopped reading.
mean,
I was
those
reading
Sonics
those.
have been, those comics have been around for like, God, how long?
I was reading them when I was 6.
Yeah.
I had a subscription when I was 6, and they're still like ongoing.
Well,
Also, fuck the
I
police.
mean, they've had ups and downs over the years, I'm sure, but god damn. Like, I think it's kind of neat that comics are even still a thing, really.
Yeah. Man, the game does not like it when you try to backtrack.
No, it doesn't. I tried doing that a few times and it kind of broke. Like, you know that part in the first stage where the fish is jumping after you
Oh yeah.
and you're riding on the rail? You can actually, like, not make it to the top of the rail and like start grinding backwards even though the rail has already been destroyed.
Huh.
Yeah. It also helps that these stages are pretty well designed.
These ones are like real good for modern Sonic.
Like some of the Sonic games on the Game Boy had a problem where the level designs were just really not good.
They were massive. That's like one of the only problems with Advance, really.
And then they had like the Sonic 4 on like the console. You could order it digitally, I guess.
Oh yeah.
And then, yeah, like the physics were not like they should have been. So the stages just didn't work.
Huh. Sonic Adventure 1 is still, I think, one of my favorite games. 2, I didn't even like when I played. Like, I know for a lot of people it's their favorite. I liked maybe 4 stages in it. And everything else, like all the tail stages and the Robotnik stages were boring, and all the Knuckles and Rouge stages were boring, and even Sonic had like 1 or 2 pretty bad stages. So, like, I know for a lot of people it's their favorite. I'm not for me. That was like the beginning of the end. Plus, if it...
Sonic 2?
Sonic Adventure 2.
Sonic Adventure 2. Yeah, like, I heard that one wasn't really that good.
A lot of people remember it as their favorite. And of course, like, you're not saying you're not allowed to, but for me, like, it's the kind of game where, like, I go back and I replay 1 every so often, I still like it. I mean, the GameCube port of it is butchered to all hell, but I still enjoyed it. I don't like Adventure 2 at all.
Like, for me, things started to kind of go downhill when they put Sonic characters in, like, the real world with real people, you know?
Oh, and the president?
Yeah, with, like, fucking human president, and it's... It was just too weird.
Human president who has a picture of Sonic on his desk.
Right.
You know, so you can go, hey guys, remember the day when I got sworn into office and I got stoned and talked to a fucking animal?
It's like they don't belong in the world that they're in.
Oh man, I remember when they tried to do Sonic 4. And I was so excited for that. And then it ended up being really not that good.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about, where the physics were... Like, you know, in the old Sonic games where if you got a spin dash, you could, you know, like, keep going and conserve your momentum?
Yeah,
you know?
that was one where they tried doing 2.5D, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, like, you can do the same thing, but the moment you fall off a platform, your forward momentum just grinds to a halt.
Yeah.
Oh, you died.
Yep, fell off a cliff. I can still make it. Fuck the police. Jesus.
Uh-oh.
What? I pressed B. I pressed B though.
Not quick enough.
Evidently not. Sorry, Sonic, my angry, vengeful god. I'll them to get them bell rings. Chow de night. Chow gelato. Oh my god, is that gelato made from chows? You fucking monster.
Maybe it's made by chows.
That's not very good either. They can't cook.
4 chows of chows. I didn't really like the chows either.
I liked them in 1. That's because I was one of the suckers who bought VMUs and spent a lot of time like leveling my chows up.
The VMUs, are those like the little pocket things?
The VMU fucking ruled.
I mean, I think I remember at a period of time where everybody was like, okay, we're going to make a game, we're going to have a little pocket thing. Like the PlayStation had one, the Dreamcast had one.
Yep,
I
Pocket
think
Station.
a Nintendo console might have had one.
Yeah, it was called the Game Boy.
Yeah. But that was something that just kind of didn't go anywhere. Like it was a fad.
I thought it ruled. It ruled because it was like, if a game managed to use it right, it was awesome. For Resident Evil Code Veronica, it gave you your like health, so you didn't have to go to the menu to know if you're fucked or not.
Like it was a good idea that it was also a memory card,
Yeah.
so you weren't like just buying like a toy. Like you could actually use it.
Yeah, and the storage was not that great on them. I had to get like 3 of them.
I think it was like you were meant to buy one for each game you wanted to use it for.
No. It was one that worked with many.
I mean, I know it worked with many, but you're saying the storage capacity, it's like you can really only use it with one game.
Yeah. And yeah, you're right, Andy. I forgot. Nintendo tried to do that with the Pokewalker, with Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Right. I remember that.
That was fun. I like that. And then, but the
There's like a few trends in gaming that didn't really go anywhere. Like there was the pocket stuff. There was that period of time where like Clay was a big thing.
Oh yeah, Clay Mates, Clay Fighter.
Yeah. Clay Fighter 63 and a third.
Yeah, I don't know why they couldn't go to the full 64. Oh, so goddamn it,
Yeah.
not again. Not after that long fucking stage. You know what? Instead of fighting with this some more and fighting with Sonic Generations, why don't I switch it over to one of the other actual old Sonic games that's not going to fucking crash on me multiple times.
What do we got?
Let me see. I could always pop in 3.